Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we're here with Robin Shimizu talking about happy, healthy habits. We want to give a shout out to my friend and colleague, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we're the BizChicks. So welcome, everybody. And let's sit back and find out how we can improve our health. What do you have for us today, Robin?
Well, today we're blessed with Dr. Lawana Parker. So I thought I would introduce her by talking a little bit about the benefits of journaling for mental health. I was thinking that maybe in 2025 we can still concentrate on how to keep our stress levels down, keeping our anxiety down. It's been sort of the theme this last 6 months.
That sounds like a winner to me.
And I want to give Dr. Parker some props because this article is really great. It was written by this guy Jeremy Sutton. He's a PhD, and it's entitled. Well, it's from this publication, Stress and Burnout Prevention. And it's a really long article, so I'm trying to really hone it down to the just the nuts and bolts. So journaling, he's saying, why is journaling good for you? Journaling is widely used non-pharmaceutical tool for coaching and counseling and treatment of mental illness. Two forms of journaling are particularly common, which is expressive writing, which I know Dr. Parker does. And also, so on the expressive writing, he says, typically performed over 3 or 4 sessions, they access their client's innermost feelings and thoughts. I'm going to just jump into keeping record of why it's good. And this is from WebMD back in 2021. It reduces anxiety. It helps breaking away from nonstop cycle of obsessive thinking and brooding. And, you really think about that. You obsess over things. And I know my husband, he wouldn't sleep at night because he would just be brooding all night. I knew that's when he was stressed out, right? And it improves the awareness and perception of events. So it helps you see the world more clearly, regulating emotions, encouraging awareness, and boosting your physical health. And Lawana has been doing this for us for years now. And I don't know, this journal really hit home for me. There's a lot of research on journaling. Studies have shown that capturing our thoughts and feelings on paper, participants can reveal a considerable range and depth of their emotional trauma as they write. And physically, in fact, they were talking about physical, cognitive, and emotional benefits of expressive writing. Okay, and I'm just going to go through these quickly because I want to get Dr. Parker on. Lowered blood pressure, improved lung function and liver function, less time spent in the hospital, better moods, improved psychological well-being, fewer depressive and avoidance symptoms, reduced stress-related visits to the doctor, less work absenteeism, less time out for work following job loss, and higher student grade averages.
Wow, I love those outcomes.
Yeah, and it's we don't think about it in scientific terms like that. So I really, really like that. So I want to just take a minute and introduce Dr. Parker. She is a author, a blogger, a coach, and an inspirational speaker. Her business is called Encourage to Live Your Dream. She works with women who want to transform their lives by writing, creating a legacy, and personal development and growth. That lovely. So with that, let's bring on Dr. Parker and see what she has for us today, because I don't know what her topic is. There she is. Hello. Hi, Lawana.
Hello. All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Dr. Parker.
Nice to be here.
So nice to have you here.
My goodness. It's gone quiet.
We can hear you, Luana.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We're just waiting on you.
All right. Well, hey, listen, I was listening to what Robin was saying, and I have to agree with this doctor. Uh, you know, because seriously, it's something about writing stuff down that just changes your mind. It's like, well, we all need to get things off our chest, so to speak, but we're not always sure who we can trust. But when you can put it on paper, and I know it's nice to type it on a computer or laptop or phone, and if that's all you have, that's great. But there's something about when you actually write it with your hand, pen and paper, it's like releasing all that stuff that's built up in you. Someone asked me one time, why is it that you always seem happy and nothing seems to bother you? I hadn't thought about it at the time. I just said, well, I choose to be happy. I could be sad, I could cry, I could whine, but what good would it do me? So I just decided I'm going to be happy no matter what.
It is a
But listen,
decision. Hmm.
It's a choice.
it is a choice. And I was just listening to what you were saying, and I agree that if you're writing that stuff down, it releases you from so many things that you're holding in. And those things you hold in affect your health. And I have been blessed so far, and knock on wood, that my health is still in good condition. And I'm grateful to the Lord for that. I truly am. But I would also associate it with the fact that I do a lot of writing.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't always keep it. Sometimes I don't want to take the chance it might fall into the wrong hands. So once I write it, I just tear it up into pieces and then dump it in the trash separately, not all together. So no putting it together.
And that's a good point. We don't want to put that stuff back together. Mm-mm.
No, I don't want anyone walking out there and going, "Oh, what's this?" So, but yeah. So anyway, today what I thought I would talk about was going to get back to journaling in general and just getting started
Hmm.
because I've been having questions from people here lately about, well, how do you get started?
Hmm.
What can I do? What kind of materials do I need in order to start journaling? How long do I need to write? And those are all good questions, but you know, it's so simple and so easy. I think we try to make a mountain out of a molehill
Mm.
unnecessarily. So, so let me just share with you some of the things that I came up with. I actually have 5 points here that I wanted to talk about, but let me just briefly say that journaling can improve your mental health, as the good doctor was saying. It's like therapy on paper. Oh, yes, it is. And writing things down, those it helps you. It helps you process emotions. It helps you to reduce stress and even find solution to challenges. When you put a pen to paper, it's like you're giving yourself the gift of clarity.
Mm.
As a second thing is that journaling sparks creativity. It's
Hmm.
amazing how ideas begin to flow when you're not staring at a screen or worrying about deadlines. You might discover a new hobby, come up with a business idea, or write a poem that brings tears to your eyes. You know, sometimes you're just putting a few words down. I remember one time I had just read a book, and this person was concerned about the scar that was left on their face when they were attacked. And I just started writing, and before I knew it, I had written a little poem about a woman who was at a reception and she was watching some of the women and how people were staring at her and edifying how beautiful she was. and it reminded me about She Walks in Beauty. So I put that in there. She walks in beauty when she enters the room. All eyes are on her. And then when I get down toward the end, it's like it's a it is a vision that I will never experience because of friends who set me up with a date I did not choose and who could not accept no. And for the rest of my life, I'll wear the scar, all because of friends who thought they were doing me a favor. As I don't remember the exact words, but that came out of just a few words and a few thoughts about something that I had read. And I still have it. I'm gonna have to look that up now that I brought it up. So, and, anyway, just to let you know what can happen when you start writing. And then there's a third thing. It helps you set and achieve goals so that when you write down your dreams, they feel more tangible. A journal can become
Mhm.
your roadmap to success, and it helps you keep you motivated and to stay on track. I created an idea last night just listening again to someone talk, and suddenly something came into my head, and I started jotting down. And I know now I have a plan for something that I will begin now, but it won't be finished until sometime next year. But I will have to give myself a deadline. Otherwise, I will be putting things in front of it, and it'll be shoved back. And before I knew it, the year will be over, and I haven't done anything. And finally, it's beautiful to capture memories. Years from now, you can look back at your journal and remember who you were, what you become, and how far you come. Now, I mentioned this before. There have been times when I've looked at something that I wrote years ago and I go, oh my God, thank goodness that is not me today. you know, so you it's nice to see that there's been some growth, because if you stay in the same position, there's no growth and you're doing the same things over and over. Anyway,
Wow.
there are some tips or rather some suggestions on if you are a beginner or even someone who's been writing but think that they have to write a novel, okay, when they're doing their journaling. The first one is to choose your tool, and you can do that with anything. I mean, I have some journals. I also have some spiral notebooks that I write in. Whatever I happen to have handy that captures my attention. If I'm in the store and I see a spiral notebook and I think, oh, that would be good to write in, I'll buy one so that I have it on hand when I fill up the last one that I have. Or it could be a journal that's a leather bound or hardbound. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. And for some people, it's using their telephone or their computer or laptop.
Hmm.
So there's no right or wrong. I personally feel that if you're writing by hand, there's just something about it that just connects you to what you're saying, and you remember what it is that you put down more long term. Now, the second thing is to start small. You don't you don't need to write a novel, okay? Just start with maybe 1 or 2 5 minutes a day. Even just a sentence or two is enough to get going. You don't have to jot down everything that happened to you. I woke up this morning and I felt absolutely great. I'm going to stay this way all day and put it down. You don't have to go any further if that's all you feel like writing. There's no right or wrong as far as the length or what it is that you put on paper. The third one is be honest. This is your space. You can write without fear of judgment because your journal is your safe haven. Just make sure you don't leave it around for anyone to poke in there. But as I said, There have been times when I've written stuff in a spiral notebook and end up tearing it up and just putting it into the trash. If that's what you want to do it. I also sometimes think of it as my way of talking with God,
Mm.
and I'll get answers. And I think because I spoke to Him this way, He gave me the answers I needed to something. So there's so many things that come from journaling. The fourth one is using prompts, and we talked about that before. If you're stuck about what to write, you could try something like, "What made me smile today?" Or "What's one thing I'm grateful for?" I even use pictures. I might thumb through some pictures that were taken of something or some place that I've been, and I'll write about what's in that picture. It helps me relive the experience that I felt that day when I was actually there.
Oh.
So, you know, prompts are they're a fantastic way to get words flowing or to use um, to bring back those old memories when you've forgotten something. I sometimes I pick up a picture and I want to cry because it'll bring back an emotion that I had forgotten all about in the situation of something that happened years ago. It's so easy to forget when things are going well in your life.
Mhm.
And the fifth thing, the final thing that I have to say about that, getting started, is begin to make it a ritual. Find a consistent time that works for you. It could be in the morning or at night before you go to bed. But if you make it a habit, then you will do this every day. Now, all of this talking about journaling, some of us may say, hey, that's a waste of time. I have other things I could be doing. But I'm telling you, it makes such a difference in your life. I would not change writing for anything. And anytime I have felt really low about something, I put it on paper. I have to get it out because years ago I figured out people think I'm this strong person. I could go around telling them that I'm not. That might change their opinion about me. And so I started writing stuff down. That, of course, is not true. We all have our weaknesses, and there's nothing wrong with admitting when you can't handle something. But back in those days, I couldn't let people know I wasn't this strong person that they thought I was. So
Mm.
for me, the only thing I had was to put it on paper. I had to get it out of me, and that's when I started share my thoughts and my feelings on paper. Now, a lot of stuff I got rid of because as a teenager my sister got a hold of something I wrote one time. It wasn't meant for anyone's eyes but mine, but she chose to share it with the other kids. I was so embarrassed because I had this crush on this young man who didn't even know I existed. and um, I don't know for a fact because, as I said, he didn't know I existed, but it was pretty embarrassing to have everybody knowing that I had this crush and this guy didn't pay me any attention because I mm, hate to admit it, but I was not the best looking person around in those days. Anyway, so before I wrap up, let me just ask you this. What would it mean to you to have a place to pour out your heart, explore your
Right.
dreams, and find clarity in your life?
Right.
Journaling can be that place. It's a gift that you give to yourself. And I'm promising you that it is worth it. It is truly worth it. So, if you want to know more information about journaling and how to get yourself started, because sometimes people just need to be with someone else and I do get together with a group. We don't tell each other what we write. Um, Sometimes people do because it's bothering them, and they feel they can trust the group that they're with. But it's nice to be around other people who are writing as well. So if you're interested in learning more about journaling, then DM me on Facebook, or there's a form that will be put in the on the screen in a little while, in which you can leave your information. It says from TikTok, but that's okay. You can use the form as well. It was created for the people over on TikTok, but you can use it as well. And I'll be happy to let you know whatever it is that you need to know.
Do we get that off of Facebook, Luana? The I don't know how to do that.
Oh, the link it's already up. I see.
I'm
I
putting
guess.
it in the chat.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And if you need to book an appointment, I guess I could give you that as well. That
Hmm.
might help. Some people prefer to just talk with you. So let me get the link to my calendar here, and then you're welcome to book an appointment with me
When
anytime.
does your group meet again? I forget. Mondays, wasn't it?
It's Mondays at 7, but I am in the process of changing that day because, hold on here, for some reason, my calendar link doesn't want to come up. I'm in the process of changing that. So that's interesting. Hmm.
So, Luana, I want to let you know that one of the things that I heard recently, because I want to concentrate on my sleep in
Mm-hmm.
2025.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, I kind of pick one few little things at a time and I'm thinking about sleep. But I heard that if you gratitude journal right before you go to sleep and you put down all of your, things you're grateful for that day or whatever, just, it
Mm-hmm.
helps you go to sleep because you calm your mind down, you just feel better about things, you're more grateful and you sleep better. And I'm like, I'm going to try that. That'll help me with my journaling and it'll help me
Well,
with sleep.
well, I will agree with that.
It's sort of
Anytime
like
you express
counting your blessings,
gratitude
Hundo.
about anything, uh, it's a great help. And here's that link. Anytime you express gratitude about anything, it does make a difference. Not only that, but it seems like God Himself is it pleases Him to know that you're grateful for things that He's done. We don't think that He's done those things. We start thinking what I've done. But the truth of the matter is, the more you express a gratitude for the things that the Lord has done for you, the more that seems to come your way. Yeah.
I kind of think that's why my mom has lived so long because she's always been just grateful for whatever she had.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a lot to that.
Yeah. Yeah. I strongly believe that, to be perfectly truthful. Otherwise, I would be complaining about my life. I'd be thinking, hey, I've been here X number of years. I should have. But instead,
Mhm.
I think I am so grateful that I'm still here to witness all the things that are going on in the world today. And somehow my needs are met. I don't have the fancy things that maybe some people have, but that's okay because my needs are met. And all the rest is bonus. And I thank God every day for the things. In fact, I even thank Him for the things He's done that I may not be aware of yet.
Mm, beautiful.
I really love this whole idea of journaling and counting your blessings before you go to sleep. That's a great idea. It sounds very restful, and it reminds us. And he said, "Because you did not serve me with joyfulness and gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things." Okay. We want to thank you for the abundance of all things. And I think a
Mhm.
lot of times people are so focused on their journey and what didn't happen that they don't
Mm.
celebrate what did happen and the
Mhm.
fact that they lived to see it.
And unfortunately, when we concentrate on the things that we didn't get, we get more of what we don't want. So
Oh.
mhm,
Well, it makes sense because what you focus on is what you're going to move towards.
mhm, true. Yeah. So anyway, those are my tips on uh, what journaling is all about, and how you can get started as a beginner. It's probably the most inexpensive therapeutic information or teaching that you can get today. Not to put counseling and therapists and all of those things down. It's just that there's something about journaling that works, and it works all the time, every single time.
Hmm.
Yeah. So you do need those other things. It is good to talk with a professional if that's what you need. There is nothing wrong with that. So don't discount what they can do for you. But for it to work even more effectively, I honestly believe that journaling is an important part of it. And it is why you have counselors, you have therapists, you have psychologists. All of these people are looking at journaling, and they are incorporating it in the treatment that they are providing for these individuals. And you have wealthy people like Richard Branson and who knows all the different people who also journal. It is that important. And look what it has done for them. So if it put them where they're at, maybe we
Hmm.
should look at it a little more closely.
And it's never too late.
Nope. It's never too late to start anything in your life.
Yep.
Unless unless you want to be a professional basketball player. It might be a little late at my age to go out there and think I could do what the young people do, but I can still go out there and play. I won't be a professional, but I can still go out there and play.
I really
Yes.
liked also the tip that you gave us about how it captures memories,
Mhm.
and you can go back in time and you can take a look at those happy times that you wrote about and sad times. I mean, I think it's very, yeah. I'm going to start journaling. I tell you this all the time, but in 2025, I'm going to.
I'm going to hold you to that.
This is a
I
great way to end the year,
Mhm.
just kind of calm and reminding people that there's um, a very effective way of helping our mental health and looking at the world. And I just love it, Loana. I think it's always been kind of understated how much you help people
Well,
and
thank
how
you.
important what you do. You have a very important role and in the BizChicks community, especially for people to have you as a resource.
Thank you.
thank you
That
so much for what you do and how you do it. And we want people to know that you do have a journal over on Amazon that they can purchase. So
yes,
look
I
for her
do, and it's a
journal.
simple one.
You know what? I'm going to go get that because that will help me. I think if I purchase your journal, it'll help me get started. At least give me a format.
Ah, good, good.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think you'll find it simple. That's actually about the blogging journey that I took. It's a collection of blogs that I wrote when I first started blogging. Uh, Please don't judge the way I was speaking because I was just starting. Oh my goodness, but I enjoy it so much doing my blogging. And in 2025, I've been giving serious thought to going back to blogging every day like I had before.
Mhm.
This year, 24, I've been doing it every so often. As I told people, I said, I'm not going to do blogging every day this year. I would do it maybe 3 or 4 times a month, but I need to take a break. So I've had my break and I'm thinking seriously about going back to doing it every day because that was therapeutic for me because I was writing.
Yes. You're making yourself sit and write and for us, basically.
Mhm.
So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
This was very helpful. Very, very timely. Thank you, Luana.
You're welcome. There's also a new one that I put out, and it's not on that page because I made the mistake of putting Dr. Lawana. So they didn't associate it with just Lawana. But it's called Hope, I think it is. I forgot what my own book is called.
You have
Anyway, it's a
you have
That's all
journal.
right. We will
Yeah,
find
look
you.
for Dr. Lawana Parker, and you'll find another journal that it's dealing with not only just writing about things, but it also has some Bible verses in there to kind of help you along as well. So
Hmm. Which one do you think would be good for me, Luana?
well, either one to be perfectly truthful.
Okay.
Either one.
Can't
The
go wrong
first
with
one I
okay.
put out there is in a pink cover. It includes your goals that you
Oh,
may be working on to help you,
okay.
you know, make sure you day by day do something, even no matter how small it is, always do something toward your goal so that you can see some growth. You- Sometimes we try to do too much and then when it's not working the way we want, we think we fail. But that's not always the case. It just means that maybe we need to slow down. Maybe we need to do something a little bit differently. But always do something toward your goal.
Well, we want to thank Maureen for tuning in and all of you who are watching live and on the replay. And Dr. Parker, we just want you to know that you are appreciated and that we will be looking forward to hearing more from you in 2025. And the gift of gratitude, I saw that over here, a community book project was another one of your books. So, guys, we ask you to support Dr. Parker, and we look forward to talking to you soon again, Dr. Parker.
Well,
Have a great day.
thank you for having me.
And next week we have Maureen Stevenson with us. So that'll be fun to see our coach that is also a fashionista and
She is so knowledgeable, especially about gut health and different things that will improve our lives in the coming years. So, guys,
Yep.
I really want you to tune in and be prepared to take some notes and find out how you can protect your health in the coming days ahead.
Yeah.
With that, we want to remind you that if you're looking to become a part of BizChicks, you can simply text Biz to 33777, or you can go to bizchicks.net. We'd love to share with our community what it is and how you serve. Thank you again so much, Robin, for what you do. Maureen, we look forward to seeing you in the coming weeks. And we just want to say to everybody, have a great New Year and Merry Christmas. We'll be watching replays next week. So, with that, we just want to make sure we wish you a happy holiday. With all that you do, we thank you for your attention and we look forward to hearing more from you. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you again, Robin.
You're welcome.